René Arzate Garcia Rana is a Mexican drug lord and hitman. He is the younger one of the Arzate Garcia brothers duo. He is an organized crime prodigy who started in his teenage years. After years of working on his own and making a name for himself, he became a vital member of Los Aquiles. He is one of the most wanted drug lords by the FBI. Have you gotten a glimpse of what we will be discussing today? All right then, kindly hit the like button and the subscribe button for more amazing content like the one you're about to watch. What's René Arzate Garcia's Rana backstory? René Arzate Garcia Rana was born on the 11th of June, 1983 in Colonia Libertad, Tijuana. He was a cheerful and friendly kid while growing up. He joined the world of organized crime at the age of 15 and has been thriving ever since. He has an elder brother, Aquiles, who is an infamous drug lord and cartel boss. As a duo, he was known as the bloodthirsty hitman who carried out hits for his elder brother. Together, they run Sinaloa's drug operations in northern Baja California. Rana started as a criminal alone when he started trading drugs and killing people based on orders. He started his drug trades on a small scale and grew it so big it caught the attention of the U.S. federal authorities. His first encounter with the authorities was in 2007 when he was investigated as allegedly responsible for injuries and attempted homicide. In 2008, the authorities investigated him for shooting his wife and opened a file for aggravated assault because of kinship. After his brother joined the crime world and tried to keep a low profile but didn't succeed, Rana had to help him out. They worked separately but then were always united as brothers, so a threat to one was a threat to both. He assisted his brother by carrying out murder hits and soon became an exclusive sicario in his brother's gang. He later worked his way up to become a senior member of the group and his brother's right-hand man. While in the gang, he still ran his independent drug trade, which he had no issues with while working with his brother. Some events occurred which led to the rise in fame and power for his brother and the takeover of a plaza in Tijuana. Rana then started helping his brother run his operations. His brother was able to secure the unconditional friendship and support of the Sinaloa cartel's boss, El Mayo. This made them become associates and eventual leaders of Sinaloa's operations in Baja California. Rana is on the wanted list of the FBI for conspiracy to import a large amount of marijuana into the U.S. He's also suspected of coordinating and enforcing violent operations on behalf of the Sinaloa cartel, including multiple kidnappings and murders. He has been indicted along with 117 others for their role in the Sinaloa cartel's operations. A bounty of up to $20,000 has been placed on him for information regarding his whereabouts that can lead to his arrest. What made him join the drug industry? Rana joined the drug industry at such a young age it begs the question, why? Born and raised in a community where drug dealing is the way of life, it was the perfect chance to be introduced to the criminal lifestyle. Due to poverty and wanting the easy way out, Rana chose the crime world and started drug trafficking at a young age. Compared to his brother who didn't want anything to do with that life, but later joined when it was his only option, Rana's early criminal life was his choice. He enjoyed that way of life, and rather than merely trading in the drug industry, he became a sicario. He's known for his violent tendencies, which he indulged in while on a killing rampage. Rana is known as a bloodthirsty hitman, as he would solve an issue through an outright shootout rather than other means. What was Rana's experience as a cartel boss? Rana started his independent drug trafficking lifestyle when he was 15 years old. His trade was on a small scale, but later developed into something huge. His outgoing nature and ability to make friends allowed him to gain the right connections to take his trade to greater heights. Rana's violent ways of solving issues also contributed to how he was not swallowed by cartel syndicates that prey on rising drug traffickers. Though he traded independently, he was united with his brother when issues arose. The first time he and his brother worked together was when his brother requested his help to face the threats posed by El Teo. Teodoro Garcia Cemental, El Teo, a lieutenant of a faction of the CAF now named the Tijuana Cartel, got wind of the friendship between El Jorquera and El Aquiles, and decided to target El Aquiles for it. There was a war between El Teo and Luis Fernando Sanchez Arellano, alias El Ingeniero, for dominance of the plaza. El Ingeniero is a nephew of Eduardo Arellano Felix, in charge of CAF's other factions operations in the Tijuana Plaza. El Teo was out to get all the narcos who wielded influence in the plaza. El Aquiles tried to avoid being noticed during the war, but it didn't work, as he got a threat call from El Teo. He knew he couldn't handle it alone, so he contacted his brother Rana. Due to Rana's nature, he was the suitable person to help him out. Rana, who was well known for being bloodthirsty, was ready with all seriousness to assist his brother and get enemies off his back. Together they faced the threats posed by El Teo. This earned them admiration and respect amongst the cartel bosses in Tijuana. Rana was especially praised for his bravery to defend against attacks from a brutal and ruthless cartel boss like El Teo. This led to a truce and all attacks ceased. However, it was the calm before the storm as Rana faced another challenge from the Arellano Felix cartel CAF. El Cias confiscated Rana's trailer full of marijuana. El Cias is a high-ranking drug lord working for El Ingeniero at the CAF. He took the trailer under the orders of El Ingeniero. When this happened, Rana sought the assistance of his brother, who was growing in popularity and support. El Aquiles tried reaching out to El Ingeniero to solve the whole mess, but it turned out even uglier as he received threats from El Ingeniero. However, the tables turned and El Aquiles became triumphant. After a few months, the truth between El Teo and El Ingeniero broke. Then El Ingeniero requested an alliance from El Aquiles, which he declined due to their past issues. This earned him the support and loyalty from a secretary of the CAS, El Charrito. Rana's trailer was not returned, but the suffering of El Ingeniero was enough consolation. El Ingeniero suffered in the hands of El Teo and El Aquiles. El Teo was later detained by police boss Lieutenant Julian Lezeola. El Ingeniero couldn't run the Tijuana cartel and was replaced by El Tigre. El Tigre, knowing how powerful El Aquiles was, decided to ally. El Aquiles thought it was a smart move and accepted it. This allowed El Aquiles to take charge of the Playa de Carmen in Tijuana that El Teo and El Ingeniero wanted. This began the reign of the Arzate Garcia brothers. The band of Aquiles, known as Los Aquiles, was formed as a gang to carry out the operations of El Aquiles. Rana became the right-hand man of his brother, and together they ran the activities of the plaza. Rana was in charge of carrying out hits on rivals and defending their Los Aquiles from rival cartels. Rana and his brother kept dominating the drug trafficking industry in Tijuana and were successful until the rise of the Jalisco Nueva Generación Cartel, CJNG. This led to lots of violence in Tijuana as either group was not giving up. Rana is credited as a stakeholder in the violence that plagued Tijuana during the war for dominance in the Playa de Carmen in Tijuana. The death toll increased as many bystanders or innocent people on the streets became victims in the war between them. The Tijuana cartel was also in support of the war as they were rivals of Los Aquiles. Los Aquiles had support from the Sinaloa cartel and a faction of the CAF. Rana is a wanted drug lord and hitman who started at a young age. He chose the criminal life and is now a fugitive. Alongside his brother, he is one of the most violent drug lords of his time. What do you think about his story? Leave your answers in the comment section below. Kindly give us the thumbs up if you haven't done that, and don't forget to subscribe to the channel for more amazing content.